Hare Krishna. In a bills, I am not billsful. What is this? Haribol. So, Sarvubhuma Das. Well, I lived in village, and what we are talking, we have seen everything in practical. And then we are spoiled by the modern world, which we have seen for last 40 years. And practically for last over 35 years in the movement, the first thing which inspired me was Prabhupada speaking about Varna Ashram in Russia to the Professor Kotovarsky. That was the main dialogue which really I was very much inspired really. And then what Prabhupada Acharya Prabhu was speaking, these talks Prabhupada gave in Vrindavan, this was printed as a small booklet, and at that time Giriraj Maharaj Brad, I was in Karachi, he gave me there and I read that, and I think Harikesh Maharaj at that time wrote a full book on Varna Ashram. Yeah, full book. So that at that time I studied all these things at that time. But as an educationer, I was in education as an educationist, and really I'm still teaching here in VIHE, and I'm thinking we really need the Kshatriyas to administer everything. We are training Brahmins, that's the one aspect. Where is the other aspect really, who will manage everything? And then the third is really what we are discussing here is basically the agriculture, cow production is a Vaishya, which is the backbone of the whole society, which will provide the economical surviving, men economical part. But who is the administrator? That is the one thing which is missing really. And that is the main thing which is missing. We have to train that. And the Prabhupada had that vision somehow. In God we trust. At that time he made like that. He wanted that to happen somehow. So that one part. The other part, workers, well, that you'll always get it. There's no problem for that. But the most important part is the administrative part. So I think we are Varna Ashram, educational college. Prabhupada wanted in Vrindavan particularly. He told we need a college in here. And he told the mayor. Huh? He told that to the mayor. Yeah, he told the mayor. I was told at that time, Giriraj Maharaj, that you go to the Vrindavan, your education, you join, and they say, we want to have a Varna Ashram college here. So especially at that time, I was 20 years back when they asked me to come here. It was the project for that I was supposed to come, but somehow I was doing this, taking the bill and signing here and there for some time. But now, after 2004, really right now what I'm doing is I'm sort of educating the people and spreading the message. But yesterday we talked simply in a Nandagaon, that this is a Nandagaon, but where are the cows and bulls? There are only dogs roaming around. What is this Nandagaon? Where there's no bull, there's no dharma. And there's no dharma, then everything is adharma. That's what is happening. That's what is going on. So we have to bring back the culture, but that needs really a good administrator to really whip everybody to bring them in order. And that is really missing within our whole structure. And the advisors, we have to bring up that. So last time I think, I'm a speaker everywhere go. This bills, in the last year I think they approached that I should present first time on their proposal when they made this to the devotees here. So we just quickly got something from Prabhupada's teaching and presented to the devotees, and devotees were really inspired by that. And then Gopastami we spoke here for the cow production something. So that is speaking, that's only the way we educate the people in and out. That's what men service right now. I have opportunity to render, but last time I spoke, I have this 5-point program which I am meditating on. It's a 5-point program. That is natural agriculture for self-sufficiency, domestic animal care, which cow is the most important, but all other animals which are needed for domestic transportation. Wherever like in Rajasthan, your bull may not work, you need camel. So domestic animal care means whatever net. The second part, and third is the most important, which is also neglected. Prabhupada wanted senior citizen care. Our own people were in ashram in system, one person when they have experience of whole life, but then they don't have a place really to share with anybody, and nobody is taking advantage of their whole life's experience, and they are not given a really free time really to chant and go back to home. They have anxiety. So that part should be the third. And the fourth is talent-oriented education. That is Devi Varnashram education. And that education should be simply from 5 to 12. You give them as much knowledge which is needed for ordinary people to live in this world. How to the language to communicate, the little history and geography or some mathematics. But after 12 you decide the Varna of that child and educate him till in 5 years according to that Varna. Give him that education, and by 70 he must be fit, he must be a full grown-up child. He's an adult, and 1 year attached with some senior people, then he should be given to the community to do seva. Now this 18 year, there's no education anywhere. By 18 year, nobody is useful. They're hardly passing their 12th by that, and then it is nothing. So this education is completely ruining their all talent. The time when they memorize everything, that is uselessly used for nonsense things, and then after 18 they become involved in outside world things, and then they give them education which never works, then only they exploit, that's all. So this education is a fourth, and fifth is for survival of all these things. This is what I'm thinking, I'm going and really seeing inside is for all this, because education has to be free. You know, the senior citizen has to be given all this service free because they have given their life. The domestic animal, you have to take care of them. From where the whole, the economy will come, basically speaking. Holistic health care. The whole world is suffering. So you give them the holistic health care, Ayurvedic, naturopathy, something which even I see our own societies, people are going from all over the world to the South India and spending millions of dollars. If you can have your own best place, which will earn the money, the best people will come there that we can preach to them. And there should be a full village with these 5 points. The center, basically the center around the spiritual, this main thing is the all village preaching. There is a village is a life actually. There is still something is surviving. Only the new thing came out is a Kali Dhwaja, that's called Kali Dhwaja. Kali means Kali Yuga, Dhwaja means flag, and that is the antenna. It's antenna. Yeah, somebody asked this to a Sanskrit teacher, what antenna is called in Sanskrit. He said it's called Kali Dhwaja. So it is a Kali Yuga flag. The Kali Yuga flag has ruined everything. Everything is spoiled by this. So I think everybody remember if the Prabhupada wanted Hansaduta to go on bullock cart to village and preach, basically, and do a Harinam, get grain from them, who can give them prasad, and that is the only way we can educate them. Spiritually they are involved in everything they will accept. They will only accept our education if they accept us as the authority. Otherwise, why they should listen to us? So when we preach to them, then they will have faith in us, then they will do what we want. What we want means what Prabhupada wanted, or what the whole society, the process is. So this needs a well-organized system, and I think we are trying to do for 1 year. We are together now, so many intelligent people, and feeling that we have to do something. It may not happen in one lifetime, no problem. It has to go further, but we have to make some start somewhere. We have to think about how to make, at least, I was thinking, make Kshatriya, our own temple's protection. At least we should train our Kshatriya. Why to hire some people who has a gun which is maybe only gun for playing, for no reason. They're just sitting there, what they're doing. So at least we have to train our own administration. Without that, we can plan everything as a Brahmana, who will execute all this. So this is something education-wise I'm doing something, and if not, it is going to come maybe in my life or afterwards, but the Varna Ashram College that we will educate devotees according to their Varna, it has to start from children. Again, this is I am telling you, we all can have thoughts and something, but the time has actually